right, guys, well, I am back today with a ballistic shield from SafeVest. This thing is awesome and affordable. And you may be asking yourself, why would I need a ballistic shield? And surprisingly, there's a lot more reasons than you would think. Let's just start off with your average civilian. Well, this is a great option for home and personal defense. If you have something like this, especially with a viewing window, you'll be able to see what's coming at you down a hall, clear rooms, clear corners, and I know this may be dramatic, but imagine a personal defense situation where you had something like this and you didn't have to spend a ton of money. These generally sell for well over $1,000, but SafeVest has them on sale for $6.99. But you can use my coupon code 704TACTICAL and get you 10% off, dropping it down to about $630, which is an amazing value when you think about personal defense. A lot of people have no problems dropping $600 on a handgun, but having something like this, a passive personal defense option, is actually really slick. Beyond that, if you're a YouTuber or you go to the range a lot or you're testing firearms, this is a great way to test a firearm and hide behind something that's going to protect you. I'm doing all kinds of videos out here on the range and I'm always hiding behind a shield, so we're going to be doing that with this one. Now, today I'm going to be talking again to you guys right now about why I'd want this, but we will test it in a minute. I'm going to shoot the bottom of it because I do want to salvage this shield and continue to use it at the range and update you guys with how it's doing, how it's holding up with the handles and such in the back. But overall, this is a really awesome option that a lot of people don't think about. The other cool thing about this is if you guys have a closet or a safe room that somebody's going into, storing this in there is pretty slick. You can put your family behind a shield like this and say, stay hidden while I go check out a threat. This is a great option. The other thing is it can hang on the back of a door, or it can go inside your car, a truck, something like that, or keep it in a UTV or an ATV in a side-by-side on your land when you're checking out property. And again, this may be dramatic to some, but I do actually keep one in the closet just in case the kids and stuff need to hide behind something in some type of home invasion scenario. This one was sent out to the channel by SafeVest for us to try, and I do really like this, especially compared to a lot of other ones, but we will be shooting it to make sure it functions correctly when shot with those level 3A rated rounds. So we're going to be shooting it with a 9mm 357 Magnum and 44 mag, and maybe in the future, after we get a lot of use out of it, we'll really do some torture testing on it to see how many rounds it can take. Now, right off the bat, you can see it is a large shield and it covers your body very nicely. I probably muted the sounds right there. It does have a nice viewing window on the front, and the handles on the back are actually bolted in pretty good and then powder coated. Right off the bat though, this is really, really uncomfortable on your arm. What I found though is that if you put most of your support on the handle itself, this barely touches your arm. But a cool thing I'm going to do is actually wrap this in a t-shirt or some extra cloth and then tape over it, and that'll really pad it nicely. But the handle itself is actually very ergonomic. It's got finger grooves, it doesn't slide around, and it's super easy to hold this shield and control it. You can actually tilt the shield sideways and come around it to shoot, or completely go behind it and pick up your sights that way. So this is actually very maneuverable and easy, and it only weighs about 12.8 pounds, so it's actually fairly lightweight considering all of the protection it adds. It's ultra thin as well, but we will see what it stops today. Then I'll come back and kind of update you guys with my final opinions about this SafeVest ballistic shield. So I have it semi-supported on a target stand. First, I'm going to be taking a shot with 147 grain Callaway ballistics ammo, then followed up by 115 grain steel ammo. I forget what it is, but it's just Russian steel. I'm going to hit the Callaway ballistics to the left and then the steel to the right at the bottom of the target. All right, so here are our hits. Again, heavier, lighter weight bullets. Now this is actually holding its form incredibly well, which is good. It means it's not just gonna fall apart on you. It stopped at 100%. It does have some small back face deformation, but that's not that big of a deal because, again, it's off your body, so you won't feel this at all. That is definitely gonna save you 100% from 9mm. Next up, 357 Magnum out of this Colt Lawman. I'm going to try to shoot right in the center at the bottom. All right, guys, hit right here. Again, it's holding its form incredibly nicely. And nothing made it through. So the bulge is about the same, maybe a little wider than the 9mm, but Not a ton of back face deformation when you consider it's going to be off body again. So this is holding up great. Now for a 44 mag. This one is going to pack a punch out of this Taurus Ultralight. Let's take that shot and see how it does. Woo! So here is our hit right here. Definitely a bigger dent, but overall it's actually keeping its form very nicely. Let's flip around to the back. And it stopped at 100%. So you can see the big dent right here, about the size of my hand, but it's actually keeping its form very nicely. I'm gonna pull this off and we'll take a closer look. So in summary, it held up amazing. So you can see the hits right here. It kept its form, it kept its shape. It's still really solid, so I would trust this over and over and over again. It is working out great. Now, this shield, again, is going to be continued to use on the channel, so I don't want to completely and utterly destroy it, but I would never, ever recommend something that I haven't actually tested. So far, this has been holding up great. It's affordable. You can see the results right here. I'm going to continue to use it down at the range to get behind to do testing and things like that. If they send another one out or just after I'm done using this one, we'll really do an ultra torture test until we finally break through and see what it takes. But guys, this is an awesome level 3A rated shield that comes in at about $630 with my code 704TACTICAL. Again, all the information and linking will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.